No, right. Okay, I'm going live, y'all.
All right.
Um, I think we're live. Okay, I think we are live. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, guys.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going live, y'all.
All
Hold
right.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Put that on pause. Okay, so Greg, I feel like I haven't seen your face in forever. Where have you been, friend?
I've been around. I had some other personal obligations, but I've been checking the videos.
Okay, I'll be paying attention to y'all. So, it's some of y'all that just got so familiar face. That's why some of y'all don't like to share y'all face on the screen. But I like seeing y'all face because then I get to know y'all. Like it's some of y'all that I just know. Like I know Dominus. Who else do I know? I know, well, Xavier, of course, Malcolm, of course, Kelly. Okay, I know. It's some of y'all that I just know. Hey, Miss.
Marquise.
Oh yeah, I know Marquise. Everybody know Marquise. Marquise asked some questions, okay? He don't be scared to get his questions out, but that's the way you need to be. Everybody know Marquise. Let me just put this link in the chat. Hold on one second, y'all.
Hey, Jess, side note, I know I'm like super late with this, right? But I seen the video on your Instagram of Legend beating up Michael for kissing you. That was the craziest thing. He does not play about his mama.
Not play about his mama at all. That is
That
correct.
that was the cutest thing.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, he does not play about his mama. That little boy said, "Get off my mama." It's so crazy. He's like, anytime Michael tries to hug me or anything, Legend just screams like, "Get off of her." It's so crazy. My sister is having a baby in 3 weeks, actually. So we gonna see because when you hold other babies, your baby be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, who you holding? Who are you holding, and why are you holding them?" Okay, so let's hop into this call. Okay, so we finished our trade-in plan call. Shout out to the trade-in plan call. I'm happy that we're done with that officially. And today we're gonna get back in the charts. Okay, my love, my love, my love. Um, how has everybody's journey been going? I know next week we're gonna have our first Monday of the month call, so that will be on the 4th. So we have 1 week from today will be our next Sunday night call, and then the 4th will be our first Monday of the month call for all of my course students. I also want to reiterate that I do have a website, a new website. So anybody on YouTube watching, don't think that it's a scam website because Michael changed everything on it. For my existing people, your website is still what it was. I have not integrated anything. The information is all the same. So we just switched to a different server, basically. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen so we can hop into these charts. How many people found the trade-in plan call to be beneficial towards their trading?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Always
yeah.
have good reminders in there,
Yeah, it's been
stuff
good.
that you forget.
we
What
having to check
stood
ourselves.
out the most? What helped the most, guys? I want to know. What did you struggle with the most that helped the most?
Not over leveraging.
Over leveraging.
Do not over leverage.
Over.
Not over leverage. Let's
Do
stick to trading times.
Yeah,
do
that was the
not
most
over
valuable one.
leverage. Okay, I love that. Happy
If
hour.
I get bored and I hop on the
You know
chart,
our
I got
stuff.
I got to stick to a trading time.
You said y'all know y'all stuff?
Yes, we do. But
Okay.
sometimes we just put a little bit too much money on it.
Okay, so look, so talk to me about y'all trading this week. Okay, because some of y'all tag me and y'all stuff on Instagram, and I love to see it. So talk to
Fact.
me about y'all's trading. How did trading go this week?
Real
Analysis
good.
played out. Rebecca said real good.
Yeah, I've been hitting, honestly.
Girl, you better be hit. You know, Rebecca, I need to have a talk with you because that video you sent me, I still have not posted, and I need to post that video.
That's okay. Is
No,
there when you're ready?
it's really not. Y'all know this was the problem when I had my individual students too. I'll get student testimonials and then not post them and then completely forget until somebody says something and I'll be like, oh girl, I ain't never post your thing. I need to post that because I feel like it'll help some other people. Y'all, Rebecca did not know how to trade at all before she came to me. Absolutely zero squat. And as she just said, she been hitting. Okay. So shout out to Rebecca. What did you trade this week?
So I usually trade Euro CAD, but I've been getting back into GU and gold. So took a little break and went back to my easy pair. And now I feel like I had to get some mental stuff out the way, and now I'm back to the money.
Okay. I mean, it's nothing wrong with well, I mean, it's nothing wrong with trading EuroCAD either, though. You got to trade whatever works best for you, whatever you like the most. Robert said he went 2-0 last week. I love that for you. I love that for you. Malcolm, I saw all your analysis hit, smacked, smacked. Anybody else?
Yeah, my trades were hitting too.
Okay. Terrence said he had a 90% win on all trades. I love that.
I got a problem over trading. I gotta admit that.
That was in the trading plan, friend.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I just need to get my together.
So why do you feel like you overtrade?
Greed. I'm going through a lot.
Yeah, but you gotta have discipline. Just literally, what's your plan for the week? Like, what's your goal? Not financial goal, but like, well, when you do your goals, do you have a PIP goal or you have a financial goal?
Really a pit goal.
Is a PIP goal?
Yeah.
So you exceeded your PIP goal?
Yeah, and over traded and gave the market some of the money back.
Why you ain't stop when you got to your PIP goal?
Greed.
Well, if you
I'm
know
working on it. I'm working on it.
you got to. You got to. I
It's
mean,
just like so much going on in my personal life. And yeah,
but you know that disciplines help problems. Like the equation to problems in life is order and structure.
I
Literally.
got you. I got you.
But I mean, you have been in 5 car accidents in the last, I don't know. Like, how many has it been? Because when I saw that again,
It's
I was
been like it's been like five. I can't catch a break. I've tried.
5 and how long?
In about 4 months, and I still have 3 more surgeries to go.
So listen, I just got a question because when I saw that on your Instagram, I ain't trying to put you on the spot. Do it be your fault? It be other people's fault every time?
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God, you
first
live in
one, the
Atlanta?
first
I
one,
feel like you're the
when I
worst
broke my
driver.
yeah, when I broke my leg and my hand, the first one was my fault because I had blacked out when I was driving. But all the rest is I was in the car with somebody else and just crazy.
Okay, we need to pray for a spirit of peace around you. Okay. We'll do that later. But
Jess, I have a question. I'm sorry to cut you off. You don't hear from me too much, but I'm very serious about this, and I've been in your course for some time now and coming on the calls, and it's phenomenal. I just have to say that. Right now, on the playouts, like when I'm charting up and everything plays out nicely. Right now, what I'm working on is my entries and just fine-tuning them because now I practiced in demo and that went really well. And now I've been live and not for very long, but I'm noticing that I can see the money and then I'll get in, but then I get like skidded out sometimes. Like I literally saw a play on gold, I believe like last week, and then something like clumsy happened that morning and I like missed it because in Forex, I'm coming from like options and like regular stocks background. So like price moves slower. So
Mhm.
with Forex, it'll literally be like at one position and then boom, it dropped all the way to your TP1 in like a second. Like then it'll like turn around and come back up and then go right back down there. So it like threw me for a loop. And I was like, oh snap, I don't know how far it's gonna pull back. And I got out because my account was small. And then it went right back there. And this is around when you did have our this was like last week when you had the talking, you mentioned a little bit about entries and how to like be patient and not let fear get to you.
Hey, I put
But do you have any like advice for as I'm strengthening, like just getting better with entries and getting in now that I see the money? How do I improve on that?
Um, you just want to make sure you have all your confirmations aligned at that particular time in which you're looking, and then also set
Okay.
your alerts around your areas. So like the areas that you feel like is your entry area, make sure you put that alert there so that when price gets there, you don't miss it. You can just immediately go to the chart and see where price is in vicinity to everything else.
That is clutch. Thank you for saying that. That is clutch.
Thank you.
That's what's been working for me. Like knowing the level that it's going to come back to and look for the candlestick analysis after it gets there, and that's clutch for me.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I feel you, like, especially if you're super busy, like sometimes price can get to that area, you be like, damn, like I was waiting on it to get here, but I didn't know it was gonna play out that fast. Like,
Right.
so make sure you have an alert in the area. I know I always talk about alerts in regards to breaking structure, but you can also set alerts in regards to like when you're expecting price to get to a certain area too.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you say it's better. Would you say it's better to wait for price to come to you?
You know I say that because I say it all the
No,
time.
I'm just repeating. All right.
Yes, you know that. Yes, you want to wait till price comes to you. Don't chase the money. Let the money come to you.
Okay. Now I'll just keep practicing. All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
No problem. But next Monday, when we're on the Monday calls, I want to see your screen. Like, make sure
Okay.
you're cognitive this week. So you can like point some out to me so then we can go over it on the call.
Okay. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Kyra, hi. Hey girl. Oh my God.
Hey,
Good to see you. Wow, this
happy
is the
to
first
be
time I've
here.
seen you. This is the first time I've seen you on here. I mean, you probably
I
was
be
on.
on here. I just be shy.
I probably just, yeah, you probably just don't share your face usually. But I'm happy to see you, girl. Okay, y'all. So let's get to these markets. Let's get to these charts. Okay, so I'm gonna go on. Actually, let me go on a different broker so I can show y'all the two trend lines that I first marked on here, so that y'all can see what I'm kind of looking at. Okay, so first trend line, we know point A, point B. So we know GU was in a big consolidation area. All right, these were the main 2 points, and then we had a minor point going through here. I'm showing y'all from this chart first because it's so much stuff on the other chart that I want you guys to see it from a higher time frame level so that you guys could see a little bit of the clarity before we go into the in-depth part. Especially because we haven't revisited or visited this in a while. So I don't have a trend line coming from here because as you guys see, the trend is really forming from here, but I do have this first point in the zones. All right. So I have my two consolidating areas. This, remember, consolidated for like 2 months straight, all through this point. All right. Then once I had this trend line up here, I had this one from point A to point B. So we know the first 2 points, right? But then we had a little bit of structure break out of here, which was really test of zones. But I ended up drawing another trend line on the top of this just because it was an area that was still respected and tested multiple times. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
the whole goal
Yes.
when you're analyzing, you don't want to overdo it with your markups, but you want to mark everything that's relevant. right? So we know when we're doing our trend lines, you want to mark the majority of price, right? So here, through here, we have point A, point B, draw that line into the future. As you see, even though we broke through here multiple times, it came to this zone, but it still respected it multiple times as well, okay? Then I have this line coming from the top here that was respected also. So right now on GU, I'm gonna go into my actual trading charts and show y'all this. Right now on GU, I had a sell from Friday where it came to this trend line again, right? Actually, I'm gonna draw this zone out too. It came from this trend line again, which was also this minor zone that was through here. So remember we talked about a couple weeks ago, and go rewatch the Zooms if you need to. We talked about this minor zone all through here, where we have tests of support and resistance all throughout. That was also respected, right? So here I had a sell from this point. Now, I'm expecting this sell. If you have not gotten this, I would not get in it now, just because this zone that's here, we need to see how it plays when we get to the zone. I'm expecting it to continue down to here. Do y'all see the structure that I'm looking at?
Yes.
All right, so this is the first move that I'm looking at. And then I want to see how price reacts here to see like what our next like actual areas are going to be.
Love it.
I do have a question, Jessica.
Yes.
I'm sorry. My name is Jayla. Nice to meet you. This is my first time on the Zoom meeting, so I'm
Hey,
kind of
girl.
excited. Hey,
Welcome.
hey. Thank you, thank you. So just a quick question as far as zones, are you only drawing them where price gathers a lot, or is it only at the tops and bottoms or higher highs of hollows from, the overall trend?
The highs and lows of structure. So let's go to a chart that's not convoluted again. Hold on, let's see. So when I draw my zones, I'm literally just drawing it on, wait, what was the chart I just used to show that first one? Oh, it was that one. My bad. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So when I do my zones, I do it based off of the highs and lows of structure. And then anytime I have a minor zone, when I'm on minor structure, if it's a constant area, basically my zones are support and resistance. But I don't believe in having a whole bunch of lines for support and resistance. That's why y'all's very first assignment in your course is to identify your foundation levels, because that's the main areas of support and resistance. Does that make sense? Why does my
Right. Okay.
Hold on. My computer has like a delay right now. But does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I feel like whenever I'm drawing mine, I have to constantly adjust. So yeah, I definitely make sure I pay attention to that.
And you want to make sure it's from the higher time frame, unless it's a minor structure zone. Does that make sense? So my zones that I have, they're higher time frame zones. Unless like the purple ones. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my computer has a delay right now. It's like skipping. But you see how here on major structure, these weren't significant areas of resistance, but on minor structure, it is. So you can't ignore it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely got a better top-down analysis. Okay.
Well, yeah. So again, if you have not already like been in this, I wouldn't get in it right now, because you need a little bit more price to play out, because there are so many levels of resistance and support that are similar here. Like even me, I have my stop loss and profit right now, just because this to the left, y'all see how this ended up being a rejection point of support right here. Y'all see that where this is? So I want to see how this continues to play out before I get my next move. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, it makes sense.
I was expecting the DXY to go. Hold on. Why is my computer delaying? I just did a whole webinar and it was perfectly fine. And then when I get on here with y'all, it want to act up. Okay. Yeah. So I was expecting the DXY to buy. I wanted to see if it was going to pull all the way back to this zone right here. And of course, a buy on a DXY would be a sell on our pairs, but this zone is all through this point. So it's just like it's just an area where we need more price to kind of play out. Maybe as price continues to form, I could give you guys something else for tomorrow, like as more structure plays out. But yeah, do y'all see what I'm saying here though?
Yeah. Yeah, I got
It
the
kind
same.
of looked like a head and shoulder for me.
Well, yeah, but this is a strong level of support here that could be tested as resistance here. So I just want to see what sticks right now, because right now we still a little choppy. Like we're choppy on minor structure. Like major structure is one thing to be in consolidation on major structure because we can literally trade throughout that. But to be choppy on minor structure is like we kind of need more confirmation. The only confirmation we had was last week selling here just because, okay, we had resistance here. We had our trend line here. Like it was pretty obvious. We had divergence kind of forming throughout this whole structure as it was forming on our minor structure. So it was like pretty much, okay, this is clear as day. But where it is now, we're in the middle of price formation. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, Xavier?
Sorry, yes, Papa. Yes, 1 second. About channels, how do you look at channels? Like, what do they mean? Like, if you see a channel, what's like the first thing?
What do I look at it as doing?
Yeah, like a channel. Like, is that like momentum or is it like what is that?
I look at a channel as consolidation for the most part,
Oh,
but
because I
also
seen the
look at it,
DXY. That's what I was asking.
but I also look at it as a change in direction forming for setting up for divergence too.
Oh, okay. I'll write that down.
So like this right here, this is kind of like a channel. Like this this is like a channel. This is like a channel. You see these?
Okay, thank you so much for pointing it out. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but you can also have channels on different time frames. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be careful. I pretty much have the same thing for gold, you guys. Because we're approaching like basically this level of resistance here. It would be great if like it would be great if this just rejects and then goes into a buy, right? But the way this zone is down here, this could possibly pull back this far, but I don't have today. I actually dreaded doing this call with you guys tonight, not because I didn't miss you, but because I just felt like I didn't really have nothing to give y'all because I need more price. Does that make sense? It's like, did y'all mark up?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's still good to hear that you're seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
once
exactly.
I
I see a
get
setup.
you,
Yeah, I'm seeing the
Same
same
thing.
thing. I just saw the sell and I'm waiting for it to get to that level.
Yeah. So it's like with this here, right? Like it's like I don't want to force an analysis to give to you guys. Like this could possibly reject from here, right? Because this could be a start of a new hot. Well, let me tell you why I say that. this pulled back to 23.6. As y'all know, I look at that as my continuation. All right. So that's the first thing that I looked at. But then also, if I pull this to the next one, we still didn't really get a pullback to anything. So it's like I could see this pushing higher. However, this zone is down here. So it's like I can't really give an analysis till I have more confirmation of stuff, because even though this zone is right here, we again have resistance through here. Let me actually make this a minor zone so you can see what I'm talking about. It's this blue line, but I'm doing it in zones, so I'm not confusing anyone. But yeah, it's like I just feel like today is just like a day. Like I'm not trading tonight going into the morning. Like I had looked at this. Remember, I told you guys how I do my things. Like if I see like an actual setup, then I would literally sleep all day on Sunday so I could stay up like to trade and then just be done for the week. When I looked at this even Friday, I was like, it's not really like I first looked up to mark up literally Friday when the market closed. And then I was just like, well,
Yes. I have something a little bit different. Can I tell you and tell me if I'm on like, why it might be a wrong one?
yeah, sure.
So my the fib that you've got there, it goes up to, where there's that where the negative 27 is.
Yeah.
So that's my B. So my
Yeah.
A is the same. My B is the second from the last.
Is this one?
No, the next one.
This?
Yeah, a little bit higher. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I got to 38.2. So I'm expecting it to go to negative 27, TP1.
Well, it still didn't touch negative 38.2 though.
Oh, okay.
Like it's close, but it didn't touch. So yeah, I know how I am about my ones that like don't touch. It's like, yeah, it's close, but it didn't exactly touch. So it's like you don't know.
So I'm actually on that trade right now. So I hope I do well.
I mean, I wouldn't hope. I would just like trading is not hoping, like what other confirmations did you have? Like you could have entered right here, yes, 100%. Could have entered right here, yes, 100%. But at the moment where we pushed to this next resistance level up here, what was your confirmation to say price is going to go beyond that point? What was your confirmation for entry? Where did you enter?
I entered pretty much a few minutes ago.
With all that bearish momentum right here?
Yeah. Well, so.
But it's not even like really gold hours. Like, why would you have just entered now?
I know.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is the thing, right? It could very well go into a buy, but you don't have confirmation for it. So it's like, it could go into a buy, it can go into a sell. Like, you don't have confirmation for that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could very well buy, right? But what I try to teach you guys is don't hop in the ones that you're not sure about, because then you're just going to be constantly looking at your phone, constantly checking. Like when I tell you I don't trade trades that I'm not sure about, just because who wants to go through that emotional journey? Like, not only that, who wants to put their account at risk? Like, I feel like at the moment where you're not sure, or you even say, I hope, at that point, you're turning trading into gambling. Because it's just a 50-50 chance. Like it could go into a buy, right? It could. It really could. But if I look left, I know I talked about this resistance zone. I didn't drag this one over. If I look left, I don't have if I just entered this trade, I don't have confirmation that that's just about to go straight into a buy.
I think it's because like it's an impulse correction continuation. I just felt like I didn't do this really well, to be honest, but I just felt like it's on
You didn't do
impulse,
what?
so it should be on its way up.
You said you didn't do what?
I didn't do this well, I believe, but my reasoning was that it's an impulse correction continuation.
I heard that part, but you didn't do what well?
Oh, just the entry well. I didn't think enough about it. I agree with you that I didn't have enough confluences, but that was my
not think well enough about it, but tell me the reasons that you got into, like, saying that this is an impulse correction continuation. That's not a confluence. That's okay. Yes, we know that's how the market moves, but as you know, in your second assignment, you can have a correction that is 100 something pips. So yes, we know that you can have a correction. We know after an impulse there's a correction, like we know that, right? But my question is, what was your, because I even said that I had this going in a buy, considering the fact that 23.6 is my continuation. So continuing, I would have this price continuing higher. But because I have these stopping points in front of my face, like this zone is right here, and then also I don't have anything else telling me to get into this trade. My question is, what are your confluences that you entered this position? Did you have divergence?
No.
Did you have a trend line breaking recess?
No.
Did you have
I didn't have confluences. It was terrible.
Wake up tomorrow, just
Guilty as charged.
in this New York session, what would you have to see for you to enter that trade?
I would have to see a rejection of something. I would have to have some kind of confluence.
So like some candlestick?
Not even just a candlestick. Like I need some type of structure to tell me price. Like, remember what I just said? The very first thing when I came to gold, I said it would be great if this rejects off of this and does.
That's what I'm saying. Like tomorrow you wake up, you see it's New York, and what would you have to see?
I'm answering your question.
Yeah, let her talk.
Yeah, you gotta let me finish answering, honey.
I'm sorry.
But what I had just said was it would be great if I see this reject off of here. That would be great, right? Like if I saw this reject off of this resistance and then I had like some wick exhaustion to push up to here or whatever the case may be. And then once this got and broke this zone, then I can have a retest of this actual zone. That would be great, right? But I don't have none of that. Like,
perfect. Thank you.
I need actual structure to form, because right now we don't have anything. Like, let's see. This was your last main indication for structure of a actual perfect trade was here. And really, I would even say you could use this as well. But only because of the break and retest of a zone.
I have a question, Jess.
Even if you broke and retest this zone right here, the only thing, like, you would be basing this off of understanding that this is a consolidating area. So this would be ones that would be for like a more advanced person. Like even if you took this buy right here, you would probably have to sit through this to reach to this, because this would be guaranteed. Does this make sense? This negative 27 is the last guarantee that was really made right here in regards to structure. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Structure of confluences.
Jess, I also have a daily trend line coming from
the top,
from the bottom going up, and that top point that we're at right now, that shows as a stopping point for me.
Too. I have mine marked up as a 4 hour. So right now, currently mine is going into a sale. I have a fib in there as well, and it shows me he negative 61, which is showing it's going down for a downtrend reversal. So I have a sale right now for gold.
Show your screen because I don't have this fully marked up on a I don't have my foundation levels on this one because I was just breaking it down for somebody.
It shows that it's disabled for me to share screen.
Try now.
Okay. It still shows host disabled participant screen sharing.
Try now.
Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So I have this daily
Go to
right
the-
here.
Go to the monthly.
I got that same daily.
Sorry, I got a whole bunch of stuff on it.
All right, go to the weekly. That's valid. Go to the daily. No. Well, that's not valid.
This
That's
one or this one?
the one at the top. That wouldn't be a daily.
This
You mean the
one?
4 hour?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a daily.
Okay.
Drop it. Go out. Zoom out. The one that I said was valid.
This one?
Zoom all the way out so you can see the first point. That's valid as a daily. You see how on daily structure you see it's a clear trend on daily.
Yep.
You see that? That's
Yep.
daily structure.
Okay.
You wouldn't have that red one from the top. You wouldn't have that red one on the top as a daily.
Okay. So this is a smaller time frame.
Yeah, but go to the 4 hour. You don't even have point A and point B connected properly.
I have point A here and I have this as the second one. So does it have to be like point A, point B, or can it be point A, point B, and then it's connecting here and here?
Well, I need to see, let me actually look at it on mine because technically it would be the majority of price, but scoot it to the left and connect point B so I could see something first.
Right here?
No, that's point A. Scoot point B to the left. Scoot point B to connect to, yes. Now
Oh, like here.
of the trend line.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of goes straight through price, but it would still be valid. That would be more of a valid, but you would make that a smaller time frame trend line.
Okay.
Is that green?
This?
No,
Oh,
the one that you have red. Make
this
that,
will make it green.
yeah. And then those other 2 points, I would just make that a zone. I wouldn't even include that as a trend line because
This
they're
one?
both. Well, I need to figure out why my Zoom no longer has my annotation because I'm trying to circle it on here and I can't. Those 2 points that are at the bottom, you see that?
Here.
No, to all the way to the right where you had your point B originally. No.
Oh, okay. I see it right here.
You see those 2 points that right there and the one to the right?
Yep.
Both of those points, they aren't going up or down. They're going sideways.
Okay.
So you would make that a zone. You see what I'm saying?
All
A
right here.
actual trend. Yes.
All of this right here.
Yes. Like that
Okay.
would be a zone opposed to an actual trend because that's not going up or down. That's going sideways.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks
I
like her
appreciate
indicator
that.
is pointing that out too. Is that correct? Is that her indicator, that little black line or that little zone right there,
I think that's
right
a
where
zone.
she was?
She drew that.
Oh, she drew that, or I thought that was like her indicator drawing.
Sorry,
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
got a
hers.
whole bunch of stuff on here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
When you said,
I missed that. Can you say that again?
Which part? I said, did that make sense to everybody?
Are you talking about the trend line? Did you say something? I think I missed it.
Oh,
As
no.
far
I
as
was
points-
just asking if that made sense to everybody.
I just have a quick question, Jess.
Uh-huh.
When you told her the trend that went through price, was that because the majority of price touched the trend line, that it was valid?
Well, once you drew the point A through point A and point B, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't invalidated by price.
Okay.
But once it touched point A and point B, I didn't like her second point B because the second point B didn't even have a point C to make it. Like when I say you want to draw a trend line among the majority of price, you need to have multiple points touching it. But on hers, I only saw that second point B that she just chose.
Okay.
Because that point after that was horizontal to that previous point. So it would be more of a zone than a trend line because it's a level of support opposed to an actual trend structure.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Did that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one
The crazy
question.
thing is I feel like I have that on my thing, but maybe I don't.
May I ask you?
Yes.
May I ask you what's the negative thing getting into a trade when it's not the right time frame for it? Like for example, like gold getting in now I thought it would just get there slowly, but it would still move in the right direction. So what's besides the spread being higher, bigger, what's other negative?
Well, I mean, oftentimes, like, if you had enough data to suffice and then you just didn't want to wait till that particular time, then okay. But it's like you don't have nothing. You have nothing to validate that trade. It's so that trade is a gamble. It's not a trade. Like, it's just
Blind.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's the reason that people say Forex don't work. You
That
know,
makes sense.
like trading is a skill set. It's a concrete discipline. It's a remember the slides. If I move, you move just like that. It gotta move for you to move. You can't move without it moving. You know, we don't control price, we react to it. So it has to move and then we move, you know? And so I am only saying what I'm saying because I want you to make wise decisions and wise choices in your trading so that you can be consistently profitable. I don't want because you just took a trade just because, oh, the market's open and, you know, I think, remember, trade what you see, not what you think. I think is going to do this. And then you lose some money. And regardless if anytime anybody loses money, it messes up their psychology. Like it's going to hinder your psychology to some extent. Every loss that's there. I don't want you to compound losses. And I don't want you to compound a damaged psychology because that increases fear. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why, like, let the money come to you. Like the market is there. It's endless opportunities. It's gonna be open literally for the next 5 days. Like there will be opportunities once a setup is there and clear and has all of the things to take. Like, have you ever looked at the market? Have any of you put a yes in the chat or tell me y'all know I like y'all talking to me, so you can take your microphone off it. But just tell me, have you ever literally got to the market and you be like, oh, I know where it is about to go? Because you had indicator,
Yes.
well, like you had indication after indication, you had literally all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. So it was just like, oh, this about to bust. Like, I know this about to hit. Like, oh my God, this trade is perfect. Like, let's get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
The best feeling.
And when you have those feelings, when I tell y'all like how I don't lose trades, it's because I don't take a trade if I don't have that feeling. Even if I did an analysis, right? And I could have a feeling of where this analysis is going to go. If I do not have my indications or my confirmations to get in that position, I won't take it. Because why would I? Like, why would I risk losing the money when I could just take the next one as clear as day?
Yeah, I was thinking as the confirmations as like let's say if I buy something, I want to make sure I can still sell it later. Like who's gonna buy it from me? I mean, so it's like, are there people still, is there still interest at this level? And like, if I do buy it, will I be able to get out later and sell it? If that makes sense. Like it's like exhaustion, a break of a level, give me like the idea like, okay, it's still going, so I can get in right now.
That's like blind too.
Is anybody confused about what Xavier just said?
I am,
Totally
because I'm
confused.
confused
Yes.
as to
Yes.
why he's
Yeah, what he's
thinking
talking
about somebody else and selling and thinking
You
about
listening
somebody
to
else and
Xavier.
I
buying.
thought he meant options or
I was
something.
I
like,
know, it
options.
sounds like he's talking
a
about
form of
options.
Yeah, I was
exchange.
thinking
Like,
options.
who's
It's
on
a
the
Yeah.
form
other
of
side of
exchange,
that
so you
trade?
exchange.
Xavier, when I tell
That's
you,
the multiple classes.
when I tell you when you was talking, like I saw 3 people faces go like,
I know it's confusing because like,
faces be like,
yeah, I understand why they would do that. I understand that for real.
Did you come from options?
Sounded like you were buying and selling potatoes.
Oh, what you hit? What button do you press when you take a trade?
Yes,
so basically how he was explaining it is I have a friend that trades volume and he kind of trades like that, but he's talking about like anytime there's a high level of resistance, there's a lot of buyers in that area and vice versa. Anytime there's a big level of I'm sorry. Anytime there's a high level of resistance or a heavy volume of resistance, like typically there are sellers in that area. And then, but
Yeah, supply and demand.
yeah, basically. So just to clear up for people that didn't understand. But I understood what you were saying. But when I tell you some people face was like, the hell he talking about?
Sorry.
And no,
Hey,
you're fine. Yes,
I have
somebody.
a quick question about your alerts. Can you like show what your alerts would look like? Do you put it like on a horizontal line for a price point, or do you do it on a trend line?
Yeah, I mostly do mine on trend lines. However, if I have an area that I want price to, like, let's say there is like a zone or something, that I will put a line just to see how price will react at that area.
Okay, that helps because I'm trying to think about getting more confirmation for especially GU. Where should I set my alert for that confirmation?
Mm-hmm. And then you can also set it at like different zones too. Like different areas where you want price to reach. Like kind of like at the beginning of the call when I think Kara had asked me,
Yeah.
how does she know or how I forgot the exact question, but when I was talking about set your alert to basically set the alert for the area that you want price to be at when you buy it. And when price gets there, then you look at the chart to basically see like, okay, this is where I'm gonna enter. It's kind of the same. You can set the alert for how far you think price is gonna go. So like even like I'm honestly watching gold and GU where it is even now because there are different levels of resistance. Now these are minor levels that are here, but these are still areas that are resistance. Any area of resistance can be respected as support, right? So this, like I was
Right.
telling Saya, this very well could go up, but I just think the gamble isn't worth it. Like the risk is not worth it just because there's also a lot of indication to say this could continue going down. Like we don't have confirmation. Like even this, like if I draw a trend line from the bottom of this structure to go here, this could easily come all the way down to this trend line. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why? Like, no different than y'all's second assignment in y'all's course. The second assignment in y'all's course talked about the different structures and talked about when people say a trend is your trend, yes, a trend is your trend. I mean, a trend is your friend, but you have to understand where you are in that trend. Like, if you are in the middle of a pullback on a 4-hour trend, that could easily be a downtrend on minor structure. but you took a buy based off a 4-hour structure and you think that price is just going up and you're not taking into account, okay, there's a whole minor structure downtrend that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So like this, like, again, it would be great. And even when I said, like, even the DXY doesn't have enough, like, sometimes I look at the DXY to just give me like another, like, okay, this is another confirmation to like, okay, give me something, right? But even this is like, okay, I know I want it to get to this zone, right? So that means that I know that GU and gold I have selling, and then after it gets to the zone, if it sells, then I know I have those buying. Well, 9 times out of 10, not always. Remember, there are other factors that go into that. So not quote unquote, but it's like, okay, but even this right now, you see how we're still in this big area of just support. Like, we don't know right now. Like, we can't, even with this area of support that it's in, right? Even this area, like, this could literally push up this far and still be in that consolidating area. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
We don't have no other indications. So even this could push down. This could honestly even do a pullback and do like a minor fib this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know yet. Like, we just don't know. It's just like, we don't know. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk when you could just have a easier, clearer setup later on this week that's just like, okay, perfect. Let me hop in this trade without a lot of stress.
That's a good point. I feel like, yeah, I'm trying to force it with my alerts. So that's a really good point too, to be more patient.
Yeah. And yes, remember, guys, just remember this also. We make money way faster than any other investment vehicle. So even if it's a couple days, you're still making money way faster than people that say have real estate that have to wait months or years for somebody to buy their property, or holding on to a piece of real estate that they're waiting years to appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making your money back. You're making your return on investment very rapidly. But I think the problem is, and I tell you guys all the time, and I told you guys even when I did the trading plan call, that when it comes to Forex, it is the market with the least amount of barriers of entry. So it's like people can come into it and they know it's fast. So then they try to make it even faster, opposed to just being patient and just taking it for what it is. Like, I want all of you guys to be extremely successful at this. Like, I don't want you to treat it as a gamble. This changed my life. I don't think y'all understand. Okay. Jessica used to drive a Toyota Corolla back in the day. This changed my freaking life. Okay. And it could change all y'all life. Like, the course, y'all have everything. I didn't hold nothing back. So y'all have everything, but you have to literally follow the steps and not do it your own way. Not to say my way, you know what I'm saying, is the only way, but my way done changed a whole bunch of people's lives too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it gotta be my way, but I don't got the reviews that I got for no reason. Let me just say that. Okay.
Your way is definitely better than our way, any time of the day.
But yes, but I want you to
Thank
follow
you,
it.
Jess. I really appreciate you taking the time to really, because you always say that every time, to help make us understand the market.
No problem.
I feel like your course is the only one that gave me a chance to actually get there.
Yes.
Hey Jess, I wanted to ask, you had a student, she was a doctor. I think she was in Japan.
Chantel.
Huh?
Chantel.
Yeah, she took like $250 and made it into like $700,000 or something like that.
He's made it over $1 million now, but yes.
And that was in like 10 months or something like that. She did it.
Yeah, well, The first one was like in a couple months. I think she took 200 to 250. Girl, I don't remember the testimonial now. It's been a long time. I got too many students. But it was 200 to 2, it was 200, it was 200 to 2,500 first. She did that before the course was over because I used to do it to where when I did my one-on-one students, their last week was in the demo account, and then the very last week they had to be in their live account. So she flipped it. It was like, no, it was 2 weeks. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks. And then she flipped that 250 or 2,500 to 50,000. That's in a video on YouTube with Angelica and Maria. It's in one of them videos. Is it in it? Is this still on YouTube? Somebody seen it? Y'all seen that video? No?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, then she did that. And then she flipped it to 50,000 to like over 100. And then she didn't tell me for like a long time. And then she just popped out with the secret that she reached over 700,000. And now she's over a millionaire. But I actually need to, I saw her when I went to Jamaica. But yeah. But I don't like telling people that story actually. Even though it's a great story and a great testimonial, I don't want people to rush their process trying to be like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to like that. I hate that. Like, I don't want people saying like, oh, well, she like the only thing that I want somebody to take from that story is that she became a millionaire and you can too. I don't want somebody to take away like, oh, she flipped 200 to 2,500 in 2 weeks, and then she flipped it to 50,000 in a few months. Like, I don't want anybody to take that part, not because it isn't beautiful and amazing, but because people put pressure on themselves to try to be like other people, and your race is your race. Your chapter is your chapter. Everybody is going through something completely different on this call. People have different life circumstances, like people have children, some people work full-time jobs, like everybody's in a different predicament that doesn't give them the availability to trade as often as others. And then some people are going through situations where they don't have the emotional or psychological bandwidth to take on something this tedious at this moment. Like, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, as long as you just focus on the destination, but not rush the journey, you'll get there. That's why, yes, Anya, not calling you out, but I am going to use you as a learning lesson just for other people really quickly. That's why I want to minimize the trades where we don't have to risk a loss. You know what I'm saying? When we don't have proper confluence, we don't have to risk losing any money because the money's there. And then once we see it, we can just compound it, because once we compound profits, our confidence increases. Once we compound our confidence, fear eliminates. You know what I'm saying? And once fear eliminates, and we focus just strictly on the skill set, that's when the money grows. And when the money grows, our lifestyle changes. But it's literally a sum total of all the small things first. It's not, hey, I literally became a millionaire overnight. Is, hey, I focus on this skill set. I'm disciplined in this skill set. I am making sure that every trade I approach and every trade I enter, I dot my I's and cross my T's, and I am going to make this my life.
Jess, I'll tell you something. For the sake of everyone, before you asked me what were my confluences, and this is for the sake of like learning thing for everybody. I got too confident because the last 2 weeks I did better than any other time. And I think, just I sort of thought I knew where it was going to go rather than crossing my T's and dotting my I's. So yeah.
To go listen, because like when I tell you that I've heard that story so many times, like there will be even like there was even a testimonial. I'm not going to give a name, but I have to share the story. So sorry, friend, if you're on this call, but I got to tell your story because it's going to help somebody else. There's a student, an automated student, actually, took his account to over $100,000. Literally got confident and started trading US 30. His account literally dropped to $30,000. He started his account with $8,000. So to flip 8,000 to 100,000 is amazing. But then to lose 80,000 of that because of overconfidence, what do you think that did to his psychology?
And probably over leveraged too.
Of course. But is he on his call? And friend, I'm not saying that to make you feel worse. Okay. I just got to help the people real quick. But he reached out after the trading plan call and literally told me how much he appreciated the call because he was literally in the slumps. Now, I do appreciate that when his account got down to 30,000, he completely stopped trading. And now he's focusing on getting his mindset together so that he could continue to build his account again. But think about that. Think about even the confidence you have after you flip 8,000 to over 100,000. That's amazing.
That's dope.
Yes,
And
it
I'm
is.
very proud. That is so amazing. But to get to the point where you freak out so much, then you lose 80,000, it's just like he didn't have to go through that. I actually wish he would have reached out on the first loss because then we would have went through some things. But it's just like you don't have to go through these losses because then once you want, like it's really a psychological game. Like it really is. Once you get to the point where you win so much, it's like, oh, I got this. I got this. Just like you said, you were overconfident because you did amazing the past 2 weeks. And then you were just like, okay, well, my trades did great these past 2 weeks. Like, what's different now? But you constantly, that's like somebody that's not wisdom. I talk to y'all on the call about wisdom. Wisdom, y'all. Wisdom. Okay. That's like somebody, you're going to be Adrian Broner. Look up Adrian Broner, the boxer.
Not Tough Cookie.
Broner.
That's
This
hilarious.
This is the story of Adrian Broner. Okay. If nobody knows, he was this amazing
I
boxer.
know him.
Yes, I understand. I understand what you're saying about not wanting to go too fast and then end up losing everything. It's just that when you were talking about how it can change your life, it made me think of her because it took a long time for me to even believe that this could change my life. It took over a year and a half for my heart or my body to even catch up with my mind in terms of being able to accept that this is something that I can really do. And even with compounding the account, you gave us a plan, like plan to double your account, to increase your account by 80% a month and 20% a week. And if you do that, you'll make some considerable gains as long as you follow the trading plan, use your stop losses and everything else.
Absolutely. Just follow the rules. If I can stress anything to y'all tonight, it's just following the rules, man. Follow the rules.
Yeah, because I think I have gotten analysis paralysis. Like I'm literally obsessed with analyzing my charts. And for the most part, I usually try and mark up maybe about 6 to 7 trades a week. And on most weeks, I get at least 5 out of the 7 right. I even mark a gold every week, even though I haven't even traded gold live yet. But I'm always getting gold right. But for whatever reason, it seems like I always miss the entries or on the trades that I decide to get in. Those are the ones that I'll end up losing or only making a small amount of money or whatever.
Oh, this
But
what we
if I
gonna
could
do.
add up all my bars patterns, I would probably be a millionaire from the time I started up until now. And I add up all my bars patterns that went in the correct direction, I would probably be a millionaire.
Listen, and I'm happy that C talked about belief, because a lot of people can't fathom it. You gotta know that you 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 know. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some Bible scriptures that y'all need to read.
We
Okay,
need.
Please
listen.
do.
Is it First Timothy 4:14? Hold on, let me look it up. 1 second. I think it's First Timothy 4:14. Okay. Yes. Read First Timothy 4:14. It says it's about Timothy and Paul, and Paul was basically telling Timothy, do not allow yourself to become careless and neglect the calling, the wonderful opportunity that has been given to you. Like it's very simple, but it's just really like none of y'all came up. Like, I don't know why y'all met me. I don't know why y'all in my course. Only you know that, right? But everybody has a reason. Like God, nothing happens by chance. Even your life. My pastor was talking about this not too long ago. And he was talking about how every relationship in your life is a portal. It's a door, right? And each person that comes in your life, you can either choose they're either going to take you this way or that way. And you have to have enough discernment. Now, I'm not talking about me, I'm just saying in general. You have to have enough discernment. Like somebody can literally make your life better or completely deplete you, and your life can be 10 times worse than when they first came into your life, depending on how much access you gave that person. Right?
Yes, right.
He was talking about it in that sense, but how I'm gonna talk to y'all about it is I don't know the reason that I met any of you guys, that any of you guys are my students, but none of y'all came across me by chance. God ordained every moment that's in your life, not just the moment that's with me right now, but God ordained every moment that's in your life, because the moments that's in your life, if it was not ordained by God, it wouldn't happen. Right? So there's a reason that all of y'all are on this call with me. Don't let this knowledge pass you by, because there's something in your heart that says, I want better for my life, or I want financial freedom, or I want to be a trader, or whatever is your reason for trading. There is something that is in your spirit saying, this is what I need to do. So in that, stand firm on that and go all in on that. Because what do you have to lose? If you go all in, following the rules, what do you have to lose other than just being more disciplined and more organized and more structured? You don't have money to lose, because if you follow the rules and don't gamble and follow it step by step and practice, even practice before, like I told you, you don't have to, like, there are different people. I told y'all, like Omar literally was in his demo account until he was felt confident enough to get in his live account. But then I honestly believe that you need I don't believe this, because everybody's different. That's gonna work for some people. Some people need their actual money in it to feel it, right? But I do believe that everybody should use a demo account to some extent, because even if it's using larger lot sizes in a demo account to train your eyes to see the bigger numbers, you have to use that so that your psychology can get to that next level. I feel like I'm going on a rant at this point, but more
No, we need
Just the good stuff.
No, we with
we
you.
need it.
No,
more
Jess.
Yeah.
I can tell you why
Dropping the jewels.
I can tell you why I'm your student, and one of the reasons I'm your student is because of the YouTube algorithm, because your video just kept popping up into my feed. And finally, after a couple of weeks, I said, let me just watch this video. And then I was hooked. But I think even for me on this journey, I've been in the class for quite some time now. And it's been very difficult this is like when you said trading is hard and you really get to know yourself, it has really exposed myself to me, because the way I was learning, I wasn't using critical thinking skills. I was just listening at what you were saying, and the desire to want to make money was trying to push me forward to do things that I shouldn't be doing. And so when I finally started to overcome that hurdle and pay attention to what you were saying and use critical thinking skills, like, okay, what is she saying? What is she doing? How does these two things relate? And then so I started to take notes, like open a Word document and open a video and have them side by side and take like the notes like very diligently so that I can, and it has really, really helped. And I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to feel really good about this, because before it was just like, when is this going to happen for me? Or is it going to happen for me? Or am I just going to fail at it like I have so many other things in my life? So I'm really happy about being your student, and thank you.
Yes, girl, trading definitely exposed you to who you are. And that was such a beautiful story. But something that you said that stuck out to me is like, am I gonna feel like this like so many other things I have in my life? Like, don't claim that, girl. Like, don't claim that. Like, don't even claim that feeling, you know? Like, I think that sometimes we have the ability to curse ourselves with our words. Like, you gotta speak a life into it. Like, even like, what's a word? What's an analogy I could use? Like,
I have a little example I can share that. Hi, Jess. It's
hey,
my first time speaking to you, but I've been watching you for like over a year. I found you on your leisure and finally got the course. And I can speak to that for a second because I had got past assignment number 2, like finally it clicked, and then I got through fibs and all of that stuff. And then I got to entries in that part. And so then I was like, why? Like, I'm not seeing what I saw, like with structure. And then that got discouraging. So I told myself, I'm like, okay, what would you do? Like, if you're really trading, you go back because you don't want to skip ahead. And then you miss so many other pieces. They're not going to connect anyway. And you're rushing it to get nowhere fast. But I got really hard on myself and I was like, why? Like, it was frustrating. I'm like, I was seeing it perfectly. Like, what's the problem? But then I had to tell myself, I'm like, no, this is just reinforcement. Like, go back. You got it one time, you'll click again. But I was looking at it for like 2 days and I couldn't do it. And I was like, okay, take some time off. Because it's becoming a mental thing. And calm yourself down and reaffirm yourself. And so I had to go like listen to faith messages and all that all over again, like faith-based messages, and just speak life and say, no, I'm going to get this. Like, I didn't come this far to come this far. And if they can do it, I can do it. Like, all just basically affirming yourself, because at different parts on the journey, like any other entrepreneurship journey or whatever you go through, it's going to be setbacks. But just remembering, like, I'm in it for the long haul. So no matter how long it takes or how many times I have to go back, I know I'm going to reach that point. I'm going to finish. And yes, I can. Like, I can and I will. And I'm going to sit at these charts until it clicks. And if I need to take a second because I'm not getting it, go reset and come back. But just know, like, I'm not going to give up. So that helped me.
oh, I love that for you. I love
That's right. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
it is. And just remember, nobody, like, don't compare yourself to anybody else ultimately. But okay, so we reached our max for tonight. Kara. I think it was Kara. Kara's the one I said, this week, I want you to like be diligent about the trades you would have gotten in so I can help you on your entries.
Okay, yes, yeah, you said that to me. Yep.
Nikki, I want you to do that too for this week.
What you want me to do? What is it? I'm sorry, I was typing in the chat. I was just telling my my class that like I tried to, practice the feeling is the secret too. So I was just recommending like different things to study, like Neville Goddard, Bob Proctor, the Bible, and Florence Scovel, like all of those people are who I try and follow to keep my energy level up, because like you said, you can't speak those type of things in your life. And so that's why I'm sorry I had days out I was typing. I'm sorry. What did you say?
No, you fine. You were saying that you get messed up on your entries, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I know which direction. I just don't know how to get in.
Yeah,
Okay.
you said that if you would have added up all your trades by now, you would have been a millionaire. So what I was saying was that you said you had analysis paralysis. That was you, right?
Yes, that's me. I think I'm going into too much detail. I don't know.
Okay, all I was saying is for this next week, when you are literally looking at your trades and scared to get in or whatever, I want you to literally notate all the places that you would have gotten in. Write it on your chart, like kind of how you use the annotation tool, or not annotation, when you do the call out where you do like the text for your top. I need you to put an ellipse around it. Show me every place that you would have entered and what you would have entered for. I'm gonna do that with you and Cara for the Monday call, so that other people, I don't need to do everybody's, just because, I mean, you could see it from somebody else's chart and kind of grasp it, but any of you guys are welcome to like do it for yourselves also. We just gonna physically go over Kara's and Nikki's. Kara, what pairs do you like to trade the most?
I like gold, and I actually have 5 that I was focusing on. So it was gold, GU, and then like EJ, UJ, and then GJ. But this week I was just gonna look at gold because I found it was tough for me to keep up with all. Like I got lost trying to keep up with all 5, and I wasn't as good last week. Like I was a little off on gold last week, so I was like, I'm just gonna focus on gold this week.
Nikki, what's your favorite ones?
My favorite is EJ and UJ. But I also do GU, GA, and also EU as well, and gold. But my favorite, I think I like is EJ.
Out of the ones they name, write in the chat what two y'all want to do with them. If anybody trades any of the ones that they said. So I got GUs, I have golds, GU.
EU, GA, GU, USD, JPY, and then gold for me.
Okay, GJ. All right, so we'll do Cara, you said you do GJ, or what?
That's one of them. Yeah, GU, gold. Gold is really my top favorite.
All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to do GJ and gold, any entries that you would have taken on those. And Nikki, I want you to do GU, and I want it to be one that you like to do a lot. So do GU and EJ for your.
Okay.
So look at those and show me the places that you would have entered. Make sure your top-down analysis is clean for both of you guys, because you're going to be sharing your charts on Monday, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Quick question, Jessica. Have you were you able to post the psychology notes in on Facebook?
Oh no, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Jessica, were you saying something to me as well? At first you were saying you were addressing me and Cara.
No, I said your name by accident.
Okay.
I was trying to think. I couldn't remember if it was you or Nikki that said that y'all had analysis paralysis, but it was her.
Okay.
Okay. All righty.
All right. Thank you, Jess.
Jess.